welcome back to my channel. If you guys want to learn how to slay your own wig and you want to get like something like this type of look going on, definitely continue watching. So for starters, we're going to need to of course clean our skin and prep everything before we go ahead and put this wig down. So the products I will be using is of course 99% alcohol to go ahead and clean the skin of any dirt and oils, and then I'll be going in afterwards with the Bold Hold Skin Protect. Let that focus. There we go. Which is going to go ahead and then create a layer of protection between your skin and the glue. That way it's harder for you to, you know, get irritated by that glue or anything like that. And then it also has antiperspirant in it, which is going to help with, like, you know, sweating and everything, so your wig don't come off, okay? Period. So of course we're just gonna go ahead and go in first with our alcohol to wipe off any excess. Go in with your Skin Protect and you're gonna spray some. I'm just using this little cotton swab, cotton pad thingy, and I'm just gonna go ahead and spray it a few times, and then I'm just going to press that into the skin. And wait for that to go ahead and dry. Now, the wig we will be using today is this wig. I do have like a little quick tutorial on how I colored this wig over on my TikTok. So if you guys do want to go ahead and watch that video and also follow me on TikTok, I'll have that TikTok linked in the description box below. But this wig came from DIVASWIGS. This is their curly unit. It has a great lace. Let me tell you that. This lace, you guys, is so thin. I really love it. It was so delicate too though. That's why I always tell people to, like, you know, maybe not get like an HD lace unless they're using it like maybe once or twice. But if you want durability, get a Swiss lace. But this lace is so thin, guys. I can't wait to see how this will melt on my skin. But yes, so this wig originally came out black. This is an 22-inch curly wig, and as you guys can see here, this really did kind of, you know, keep the curl pattern really well. But up here in the top, the curl pattern dropped a little bit because this kind of did over process because it was hot at the top because of, you know, like the hair being more dense at the top versus the ends where I kind of had it spread out. So the heat up here kind of over processed the hair a little bit, so it made the curls drop a little bit. So be wary of that whenever you're like coloring hair. Always do like a little chest strand to see how bright it will get with one process, and then also how the texture will come out. So yes, this is the wig, and like I absolutely love it. This is HD lace wig. It is so nice. This is a frontal unit, a 13 by 5, I believe. So it goes back, or 13 by 6. It goes back pretty far, and it has some nice parting space. It also did come with like a little elastic band, if you guys can see here, where you can just go ahead and clip it in. But my head is too big, obviously, so I always take those out, and I just use like the little elastics that come inside. But as you guys can see, we have like a natural looking hairline going on, so I don't have to really go in much and pluck, but I am going to go ahead and just pull out a few strands of hair just along the hairline to kind of just thin it out and make it look a bit more irregular. I'm gonna go ahead and start placing some glue along where you will be placing your wig. Now with this glue, less is more, so you don't have to go in with so much. So after you have everything all, you know, on your head, we're gonna go ahead and use the metal tip of my little edge control brush, or like a rat tail comb if you have one, and smooth that glue out. Now I'm just going to be smoothing that back to the cap, and if you watch my videos, you know I like hate doing caps. I don't know what made me do one this time, but it just kind of helps melt the cap a little more. And so when I do use glue for my installs, I'll go ahead and use 3 layers. And if my wig is like really tight for some reason, I feel like it's gonna pull, I'll go in with 3 layers and some tape. So after the first layer dries clear, which is almost like instantaneously, this glue really doesn't take long to dry, you go ahead with your second and third layers. And now I'm gonna go ahead and lay this wig down. So what you want to do is just make sure you're putting your hairline either directly on top of your glue or a little bit in front of, so you give yourself the option to go ahead and add more glue. Never put the lace or the hairline behind the glue because it can be really hard to clean up. Make sure your wig is centered. I've put wigs on before and then they will not be in the middle. So make sure your wig is centered before you go ahead and lay everything down. And then go ahead and just rub that in with my fingers. I can't find my eyebrow razor, so something always missing. So I'm gonna just use this razor comb and I'm just gonna take my razor out. Be careful if you do this, you don't wanna cut yourself or your client. But I'm just gonna go ahead and take this razor out. And I'm just gonna use this and I'm gonna go in up and down motion to cut the lace irregularly. So now that I cut that lace off, I'm gonna go ahead and cut some of the extras off with scissors. So now will be the time that we like see which pieces are lifted, which is kind of like the front, and we're gonna see if we wanna either cut those pieces off or glue them. Now because most of these pieces do have hair on them, I'm gonna go ahead and glue them down. So I'm gonna take some glue on the back of my hand, and I'm going to use the tip of my little metal for my edge control brush, and I'm just gonna lift those pieces up and apply the glue right under. And use the teeth of my edge control comb and just comb everything forward. And I just like to do this step because it's going to like pick up the hairs but also lay down the lace at the same time, so you don't end up with like hairs stuck down in the glue. So this is the lace after we just went ahead and cut everything off. So I kind of played around off camera to see what style I was going to do. So I think I'm just going to do like a half up, half down style, and that's pretty easy. So I'm just going to go ahead and of course show you guys how to do that. See, I like my stuff super tight, whatever I'm tying down. You don't have to do yours tight. I just like mine really tight. So I'm just gonna use this is my pink do-rag. It's so cute and it's velvet. I'm just gonna use this cotton. No, this is not gonna break. I'm so heavy-handed with stuff. You could go ahead and actually tie your hair down with like a silk or satin scarf. I don't know where mine are. Something is always missing in this house. So once I get that tied down, okay, we're good. First, I'm gonna go in with my hot comb. I already did a little bit, but I'm just gonna go in more to just go ahead and smooth out this hair. But I just want to get my little wax stick. This is the Edge Booster wax stick, and I'm just gonna use this to smooth everything. Now I'm going to spray some of my spritz. This is the Fantasia Liquid Mousse. It's my favorite spritz. This is the Super Hold. And just spray some of that up there too. making sure we like where everything is. Now I'm gonna go in with my hard bristled brush to comb everything. I said comb. My hard bristled brush to brush everything in place. I'm gonna take my little rubber bands. This I do have a lot of because I spilled all my rubber bands on my bag. So they're just laying on my table. So don't mind this little black spot right there. I dyed this wig at like 3 a.m. when I was bored because I can't sleep. I don't know what's wrong. I just cannot sleep. So I be up until like 9 a.m. But so I was half sleep, well halfway like sleepy when I was doing this color. So I really just got like the front. It is what it is. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab a piece of hair. I'll just grab this one since it want to be just right here ready for the taking. And I'm going to go ahead and just straighten this piece of hair out. You see this hair kind of really kept the curl pattern all the way through. It was really more so like the front and like the frontal that didn't want to cooperate. I like to secure the end of my little ponytail wraps with some Got2b spray. I said Got2b spray. Got2b gel. Well, glad I showed y'all, but yeah, so I just put some Got2b gel around the end of my little ponytail wrap just to make sure everything is really nice and smooth. So now what I'm gonna do before I do my baby hairs, I'm gonna go in with my wand curler and just kind of curl a few of these pieces to make it look more, you know, in your face, you know, make my curls look better, make them not look so droopy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Now let's do like my baby hairs. I just already went ahead and did that side just so I can get a feel of what I'm gonna do and how I'm gonna do them. So I'm just gonna take my razor comb and just cut them really short. And then you wanna leave, of course, your sideburns a little longer. And then I want to take my edge control brush, and I'm not gonna be using any gel. I don't like my baby hairs really hard. So I'm gonna take my spray on my edge control brush and just swoop. Really simple. And then just like do these back. So this is my final look, you guys. Do you like it? Let me know down in the comments below if you guys like it. Like I said earlier in the video, I did do a little color kind of video of this hair on TikTok. So I'll have that in the description box below, as well as all the information for this unit that I'm wearing. I really so love this look. Like, I'm so happy with how it came out. It wasn't like what I envisioned when I first did it. I was originally going to do this hair like ash blonde, but I'm happy I didn't, because clearly like the hair kind of got over processed already, so it definitely wouldn't have made it to the color that I definitely wanted to without. With still having this curl pattern, no. But I really love the way it came out. I never really did like this color before. I used to hate like color 27, like honey blonde colors like on my skin tone. Cause when I was in middle school, I used to have like a little patch of my hair in the front colored. And I looked bald head, like I had like alopecia, no edges right there or something like that, so. But yes, if you guys like this video, definitely let me know in the comments down below. Leave a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed this video and the tutorial. And definitely follow me on Instagram and tag me in your videos if you guys do use like my little tricks and tips on how to slay your own wig. I definitely want to see. And make sure you're subscribed. If you aren't subscribed, definitely, I don't know where it's at, hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video. Bye.